Hello everyone and welcome to US Computer Solutions for another how-to tutorial. My name is Joey. Today I'll be showing you how to set up Windows 10 on Oracle VM VirtualBox. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to download Windows 10 Media Installation Tool. We're going to click on the download tool now over here, and of course I'll leave a link in the description below for all of the links throughout the video for all software that are needed. Okay, so after you download it, we are going to also go to Oracle VM VirtualBox. We are going to download and install the program. So let's download VirtualBox, and then we're going to click on Windows Host over here. And of course it's going to download below. I already have it downloaded and installed in my system. I'm not going to reinstall it, but I'll surely show you the steps on installing it. So first thing that we are going to do is we are going to run the media installation tool over here. We are going to download the ISO, which is the media installation from Microsoft for Windows 10, in order for us to install it on our system and then copy it to the VirtualBox so it can run it. Okay, so now let's click on Media Creation Tool, and we are going to accept the terms. Alright, and now we are going to create installation media USB or ISO file, because we do need the ISO file to run the installation on the VirtualBox, and we're going to click on Next. Over here, this is the menu that explains us which versions of Windows do we want. Do we want the 64-bit or 32 or both? Both means to have both system medias or installation medias in one file. Therefore, when you run it or try to boot to it, it will ask you, do you want to install the 32-bit or 64-bit? I'm going to keep it on both, but if you want to put it on 32 or 64, you can do whatever you like. So I'm going to keep it both so I can give you an idea what does this mean. So let me click on both over here. And this is of course any language that you want the interface to be installed in. I'm going to keep it on English and click Next. This is USB flash drive. Now for those of you who want to install it on a flash drive, well, you can, but this purpose of this video is to install it on VirtualBox. So we're going to put on ISO. We're going to download the ISO file on our desktop. I'm going to create a new folder and I'm going to name it Windows 10 ISO. And click on Open, and then we are going to click on Save. And of course it is going to download the file, and I'm going to fast forward this video. Alright guys, I know that was a long download. We are going to click on Finish. Anyways guys, if you have reached this video so far, please consider clicking on the subscribe button and clicking on that notification bell so you can get the latest specific step-by-step tutorials, and giving us a thumbs up if you like my videos. Your support is extremely appreciated. Alright, so right now let's check what we've downloaded on our desktop. Windows ISO file. Second screen. So this is the Windows ISO. This is the installation media that we are going to be using to install it in our virtual machine. Alright, we are going to go back to Chrome. I'm going to show you how to install the VirtualBox. Alright, let's click on Next. VirtualBox USB support will be installed on local hard drive. VirtualBox networking will be installed. That's about it. Let's click on Next. Create start menu. I want all of them, and then yes, install. So it's going to take about a minute. Of course I'm going to fast forward this video. Okay, for some of you I do recommend to restart your computer, but I'm going to keep going. Keep that checked and click on Finish. I'm going to minimize my Chrome and let's wait for it to run. Alright, so after VM VirtualBox has started, we're going to click on New. We're going to name Windows 10, and we are going to change the machine folder. Well, for me, I'm going to change the machine folder, but for you, you can do whatever you like with the machine folder, and this is how to do it. The machine folder is where everything is going to be installed. I'm going to install it on my backup hard drive. I'm going to click on Other. I'm going to click on the D drive. I'm going to create a folder, new folder. I'll call it Windows 10 2. I'm gonna select folder. I'm gonna select it again. Over here, of course, we need the type to be Microsoft Windows. As you see here, you can install Linux and you can also Mac. Windows 10. I'm gonna install Windows 10 64-bit. Here is 32-bit for those of you who want to install the 32-bit, and over here is Windows 7, and the process would be the same. I'm gonna choose 4 GB of RAM over here. Then I'm gonna create a virtual hard disk now. I'm gonna click on create. And over here, I'm going to name the virtual hard disk drive, just like as you see it. I'm going to choose a virtual hard drive. Over here is going to be fixed size. And I'm going to give it up to 13, because minimum I'm going to need 10 GB for Windows 10. So 13. And let's click on create. And of course, I will fast forward this video. Alright. Right now, let's click on settings. Make sure that you have Windows 10 clicked, the one that we just created. General, advanced, just making sure that everything is in place. System, 4 MB. Processor, I'll give it 2 processors over here. Acceleration, keep it as default. Display, monitor count 2, so we can run 2 if you want it. If you want it to run 1 monitor, keep it on 1 monitor. Enable 3D acceleration. I'm not going to do that. If you want, you can enable 3D acceleration if you want to do graphic design or stuff on this VMware. Storage. Now the storage over here, this is where the Windows is going to be installed. And now this is the CD drive, and this is where we are going to boot our Windows 10 from. You know that ISO file over here that we downloaded? We're going to point it to it by clicking on the empty and clicking on over here. And then we're going to choose a disk file. I'm going to call it Windows. Oh, it's windows.iso. And click on open. And we're going to click on OK. Well, before clicking on OK, let's make sure that the network is enabled. An enabled network. Okay, so that is working. Okay, now let's click on OK. And now we start. And it should automatically start booting from that ISO file so we can install Windows on it. And now click on start. We've already selected that ISO disk inside the system. If we didn't select it, it wouldn't have shown. So now it did actually boot from that ISO file. We're going to choose the 64. So you're going to click anywhere here and it's going to say capture. I'm not going to capture it right now. Well, you know what? Let's just click on capture. So you know what I'm talking about. So if I click down and up, I'm inside. And if I want to use my system, I can't leave that screen. And I have to click on the right control area to get out. I'll show you. See, I'm out now, and then I can just click it, double click it, and then it will capture all the moves, so I won't exit out or mistakenly click on my desktop. So let's choose 64-bit and click on or press on enter. Now it's going to load files. And of course the methods that you are going to see in here is just the same methods that we are going to install Windows, just like installing it on a fresh new copy of a computer. For those of you who are beginners and don't know how to install Windows on computer, I will keep a link there so you guys can view how to install Windows 10 on a new PC or a machine using a USB flash drive. Alright guys, so let's click on next over here, and of course you can change your languages and your time zone from here. I'm going to keep these as our default, that's where I am. Click on next. Now we're going to click on install now, and this is where we are going to do our partitioning if you want to do your partitioning. If not, I don't have a product key over here that we're going to check our Windows, so I'm going to choose Windows 10 Pro and click on next. You guys are free to choose whatever Windows that you want, and click on I accept and click next. And here is the installation, so install Windows only. Over here we're gonna you can either do partitioning or not. We're gonna click on new. We're gonna click on apply to ensure all Windows features were collected. Okay. And now we are gonna it's saying here the amount of free space on the selected portion is smaller than 19, which is it is recommended for you to have 20 or 25 GB to run it efficiently. But for the demonstration of this video, I'm just going to put the 14 GB, and I'm going to click on next, and now it's going to start installing Windows. Okay, so right now it's going to restart the system and let it restart. Of course, it will restart the VirtualboX VM. And right now it's loading. No need to press any keys over here. Alright guys, so the rest is easy from here. I know this installation took quite a bit, but it's fine. All you have to do is just continue the setup, just like how any Windows installation or any new Windows installation that was already performed, by choosing your state and inputting your name or user folder name and password for the device. And for those of you who don't know how to set up a Windows from scratch, I will put a link right up here for you guys to know how to set up a new Windows 10 from scratch, and the steps for that are actually easy. So I'm going to show you an extra step over here. First of all, I'm going to show you how to turn it off. Now, after you do the setup process, log on into Windows, and by clicking on the start button and shutting off inside the virtual area, just like a normal Windows would turn off. And in this case, I'm going to click on X over here and then power off machine. Now there is this very important step that I want you to do. So whenever you turn on the Windows or turn on the virtual Windows, it doesn't try to boot to that ISO. So we're going to click on settings over here, and then we're going to go to storage, and then we are going to click on the windows.iso over here, and then we're going to remove attachment and then remove, and then click on OK. And to power on the system, all you have to do is click on start like this, and it's going to turn on. Of course, this is going to say press F12 for a boot menu, just like how a normal computer would. And now it's going to start up, and I'm going to fast forward this video. And there you have it. All you have to do, of course, again, is to continue the setup by choosing your country and your layouts and your username and whatnot. And that's about it. I hope, guys, that this video helped you out. Please consider subscribing to our channel, and see you again next time for another how-to tutorial. You guys have a wonderful day.